Chris, where does your passion come from for bodybuilding?
Actually, 3 years ago, I weighed 250 pounds. And so I lost 100 something pounds, like I said, about 3 years ago, and we decided to see if I could put on some muscle. So I competed in 2015 as a figure competitor. They told me I had way too much muscle, so they wanted me to move up to women's physique. And I did that and love it. It's the best thing I ever did.
So what is the math on that? How much weight have you gone down?
About 110 pounds total.
How'd you do that?
You know, lifestyle changes. Everyone thinks it was some big miracle. I learned how to do portion control. I learned how to pick healthier foods. My husband's really good. He does bodybuilding also, so it's really easy to eat clean and how you're supposed to when somebody else is doing it. So really just not wanting to go back to that place is big motivation for me.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
You won women's physique overall last night.
Yes.
What was that moment like?
It was a great moment. I missed the overall at the branch last year. And then I placed second to one of my really good friends in San Antonio last year. And so I really wanted to end the season on a good note so I could go into off season and make improvements for next year. Because I'm gonna do one more national show next year. And so I just really wanted to end it in a good place.
When you're trying to win an overall, I mean, your mindset must have to be, I'm gonna win this, it's gonna happen, no doubt in your mind. Is that kind of how it works?
Yeah, you know, because of the fact that I missed it a couple times before, my expectations weren't super high. Really in my head, the qualification was more important, but I'm really glad that it happened that way. Like I said, going into my off season now will be more with purpose, and I'll be really excited to kind of move forward, just ending the season on a good note.
What was your routine like last night?
Well, I danced or did my routine to Rihanna's Desperado, and I kind of changed it last minute. I only had 2 weeks to come up with something, and so we just threw something together. I just had fun up there, really. The posing routine's my favorite part, just because there's not as much pressure as prejudging. You know, everything's pretty much set, and so you can just go out there and have fun.
Did the NPC let y'all do a pose down last night?
We did.
What was that like?
You know, it's a little nerve-wracking because you have everybody looking at you and the other person, and you know, you're trying to outpose somebody, and you know they've worked so hard also, and so you just want to do your best poses and hit them as best as you can and just have fun with it. I mean, both competitors worked hard to get there, so might as well just do what you do.
What about hobbies besides bodybuilding? Anything?
I really like arts, really music, things like that. I don't have much free time. I'm actually a teacher, and so when I'm not in the gym, I'm at school for hours and hours. So, but I'm a really big movie buff, and so I like to stay home and just watch movies or arts and crafts type things.
Right now we're in Dallas, but you're not originally from here.
No, I'm actually, I was born in New Jersey, and then I lived in Maryland most of my life, so I'm from the Upper East Coast. I moved to Texas in 2005. Big culture shock, but I love it now that I'm here.
Yeah, Texas is different.
Yes.
Well, last question for you. I always ask this question because I love it. Just someone might be watching this video. They're thinking about eating clean, working out, but kind of lacking motivation. What would you say to them?
I would say, unless you know your why, it will never work. So once you find the why and once you find your purpose, really just go after it. Just do what you want to do, find what works for you. There's so many people on Instagram, so many people all over the world that do all these different programs, all these meal plans, but if you don't find something that works for you that you can stick with, it's not going to happen. So find what you're passionate about and find your why.
Chris, thank you so much.
Thank you.